Hope everyone's fine. We are freezing cold. Freezing cold at about midnight. Taking Hugo out for a walk. So we're doing a live prepping for 2023 midnight walk is the idea. So it's a bit of a test. We'll see how he goes. We've got to wait for Hugo to do his thing. He's got his new coat on today, look. Yeah. So he has his new coat for Christmas and he hasn't worn it yet. So now he's sporting it. And I think he looks extremely handsome. What do you think? Let me know if everything's coming out okay. Let's see if I can get the chat on here. So I'll see if anyone's in. Right, hold on. There we go. Right. I'm not sure if Google or YouTube will be giving anyone any notifications today, but I guess we'll have to see. Probably not. We'll see how we get on, but it's absolutely freezing. It's was that Christina I saw there? Let us know if everything looks okay and sounds okay and you can hear me and stuff, because obviously I can't hear. Oh, Christina got a notification. That's good news. At least one of you did. Oh dear. Yeah. YouTube already told me that because my account is fledgling, or because it doesn't have enough, I don't have enough history or whatever, I've got a maximum of 25 people can watch plus my subscribers. So that's how they stop people growing, you see. They just don't allow anyone to see it, and they won't put it out to any more than 25 people, basically. So we'll see what happens. Please hit the like button if you're with us on our -2 degrees centigrade. I know Christina's here. So what is that, Christina, in Fahrenheit? -2. I forgot to look at it. I was probably about 28 degrees, I suppose, is it? What you found, Hugo? Let me know what you think of his coat. He's got little boots as well, but didn't feel like the boots were. He doesn't actually walk funny in boots either. Some dogs walk all funny, but I bought them as like the SHTF Scenario boots for him. You know, like the old when you have riots and stuff, the police have riot dogs. Is Shanna in the house? Hey Sandy, good to see you. Yeah. So when oh wow, we've got some proper ice. That's how cold it is, look. That's what -2 below freezing looks like. Oh, he's off. He's leading the way. So tonight's light for the midnight walk is sponsored by Olight H2R. H2R. Hey, Shannon got a notification. Wow, great to see you, my lovely. I bet it's colder. There's me complaining about the temperature, and you're probably way colder than I am right now, Shanna, if you're in Canada, I believe. So let us know what temperatures you've got rocking. Hugo's feeling it. He's just walking on the ice. He doesn't. I just heard it go crack, crack, crack. Yeah, I suppose that's the thing with a heavier dog, isn't it? His feet go through the ice like a full-size adult does. Oh dear. So welcome to 2023, everyone, with Sigma Prepper. We did a show last Thursday, and I plugged something into my USB to show some of the work I've been doing on my diesel smart pump, so I can refill the diesel pump for the diesel heater. I can refill the diesel tank a little bit more cleanly. And when I went to show my progress with the prototype, it shut the whole live stream. Well, it shut my camera and microphone down. So apologies for Thursday. We'll be doing something this week to make up for it. And maybe a full-on Sigma Prepper live show we'll get into. -2 equals 28 Fahrenheit. Yeah, so we're about 28 Fahrenheit at the moment. We'll be giving my favourite tree a hug when we get there. Just down here is one of my oak trees, which I thoroughly love. My Steadicam is all over the place, but it's better than it being shaky. So let me know if you can hear me okay, because a little bit of wind out here, but I'm not, we should get away with it. And we'll see as we get round how people are feeling out here in the world. And so English weather you're having. Thanks, Christina. So in English weather, what does that even mean, Shanna? English weather, does that mean it's really cold or unusually warm, or I don't know. What Canadians would call a typical English weather or English winter. Obviously Australia having their summertime right now. And talking of summertime, we've got some very interesting solar flares coming around the sun at the moment. What is it? AR 3890 is it, or something? I can't remember what the numbers have gone up to now. Here's my wet. It's not wet, girlfriend. It's ice. Here's my beautiful oak tree. Hello, my darling. I've come to give you a hug. So East Coast having a warm stop of 43 Fahrenheit. Christina's saying. Hold on, Hugo. We need to give my tree a hug. Hello, everybody. Let's hug the tree. Hello. Oh, my beautiful oak tree. This is me. You probably just got a load of head torch in your face, but never mind. Get my little fix of universal energy from nature. And it's having a walk in nature is releases all sorts of nice things. There we go. Let us know if it's back. So one of the things I'd like to test, let us know if it's back, by the way, it just told me how to reconnect. Yeah, look, it's not wet, it's icy. Oh, -2 degrees centigrade, 28 Fahrenheit. So I've had my diesel heater on today. Had my diesel heater on today. I redid the wiring last night. I redid the plumbing of the diesel pipe, diesel hose, and yeah, it seems to be running quite nicely now. Hardly smelling at all. There's a few little things I'd like to do to just close up the gaps so that all the exhaust is going out. You're going to come and say hello to everyone, Hugo? No? You're just going to kick up some dirt? So we're going to be heading into the woods, and I'm hoping that even though it has been wet over the last few days, it looks like it's dried up quite a lot, and ultimately any puddles or muddiness should have turned into sort of harder mud now in the ice, is what I'm hoping. So, and the idea is I'd like to see if we can make it to the pond with the cell tower range is a bit of an unknown entity, yeah. And if everything goes okay and we can get to the pond and we look like we have some decent, it looks like it works, we'll have a little break when we get to the pond. Then I'll be able to get the Kelly kettle out and we can do some bushcraft camping by the pond. Yeah, make up a cup of tea, cut some wood, make a little fire in the Kelly kettle, and we'll have some fun down there. But I've never been down there and tried to stream from there. And in fact, this is like the first live stream from my phone. I bought a dedicated phone for Sigma Prepper Channel, so I can dedicate it to doing these sorts of things. And I'm paying extra money for a data contract, and I've never done live streaming straight from the phone, so no better time like the present. I think it will serve as a good test, and if all goes well, we'll be all good. Ghost Cowboy in the house, great to see you. Hope you're doing well and enjoying your time off that you're having at the moment. Please hit the like button for those couple of people that YouTube have let to allow to see my live stream. Such a joke. Never mind. Which way you want to go, Hugo? Down the steps or down the ramp? He wants to do the steps. Down we go. Wait for Daddy. Wait for Daddy. He's so excited. He didn't get to go out anywhere yesterday. Watch out for your ass. Watch out for yobbos. We don't get no yobbos round here, girlfriend. So, you see in the background there, that's the docks, that's the port, right off in the distance there. One of the second biggest ports in Europe, I believe. That bum down the stairs, isn't it? Oh, you're going back tomorrow, Ghost Cowboy. Wow, I thought you'd had off longer than that, or maybe you've already been off for longer than I thought. Man, my friend just went back today. One of my best friends, Jake, he went back to work today, and he had something like 3 or 4 weeks off. And yeah, he said it was a little bit of a culture shock. I think you've had about the same off, haven't you, Ghost Cowboy? About 3 or 4 weeks, or 3 weeks, was it? So let me know if you feel like it's going to be a shock getting back into it. Let us know as well how you've been getting on this month so far with the new year, and any plans you've got for the year. I know I've got a bunch of stuff rocking for Sigma Prepper, so I'm super excited to get through it all. And last week's show, which we'll try and fix up this week, and we'll get straight into the what I want to do is to look ahead at 2023 and have an interactive session really of getting an idea and some feedback on the main threats that people see as what we're going to be potentially facing in 2023 from a preparedness point of view. Ansett, get on the house. She's just got a notification. Do you know what, Ansett, right? When I first started to go live, he said something like, oh, because your channel has not got much history. It's got enough history for it to be shadow banned, but not enough history for it to do a live stream, and it will only let me have 25 people plus my subscribers. But at this rate, it won't even let me have 10% of my subscribers, let alone anyone else. So I think we already know that's what it's going to do. So let's just maintain zero expectation, and everything else on top of that is a bonus. So, oh yes, happy Monday, everyone. I'm broadcasting your, are you alright kicking your divots up in the air there? Oh dear, can you imagine doing that with your paws? Just kicking up dirt out of the ground and taking up massive chunks of grass like that with mud and stones at the same time. It's pretty impressive stuff, doggy paws. And so yeah, there's the port in the background there, where all of the goodies come in. I would say goodies go out as well, but they don't really. So I'm not sure what's planted on here actually. It looks very glistery and very crunchy in the field. I'm getting covered in grass, Hugo. Wow, it is off. Wait. Oh, wow. So it's lovely to get out. It's been like, I haven't actually been out for about 3 or 4 days. I've been solidly trying to get the diesel heater finished, building in the wooden cabinet, sealing off all the exhaust. And I haven't really done much else. I had a couple of things I was doing on the show. But one of the things I'm keen to start working on this year, as soon as possible, is the Sigma Prepper Survival Pack, which is like a downloadable pack, which is a kind of like a remix version of one I did a while ago. It's just going to be 1,000,000 times better, basically, is the plan. I have started doing some work on that. I just need to do a bit of reskinning, so I've got the Preparedness pack will be coming soon. The virus prediction tool, I was going to update that actually to include Kraken, the latest, just so people can get an idea of what that actually means in real terms, with the R0 and things like that. What you found, Hugo? Doesn't he look so handsome with his little coat on? Mr. Hugo. So, we're about a third of the way, no, that's a lie, maybe halfway, not quite, to the pond. And then when we're in the pond, we're not going in the pond, well, when we're at the pond, we'll have a little sit down and I'll see what the signal level is going to be like there. I'm hoping things are all right so far. Like I say, this is like somewhat of a midnight live streaming test in the woods. There's a few houses here though coming up, so I might have to be a bit quiet. Shh, Don't want the cops getting called. Gonna have to watch the signal through here. I was hoping, my theory was that being winter time is because there's not many leaves on the trees, the reception for the cell network should be theoretically a bit better. Looks like they've planted the same stuff here, whatever it is. These are fields as well with crops, and of course you've got there's the docks off in the background, the main port. Yeah, I'm gonna be. So what we got coming? We've got so much coming. It's not even funny. I want to start getting a live chat show up and running so we can talk about preparedness topics with sort of people in certain areas who are sort of renowned and passionate about certain things. I think that'll be nice for everyone. Yeah, like I say, got some product stuff coming in terms of the preparedness pack. Keen to get that finished and uploaded for download, and that will be available to all the Patreon members for free. So I'm looking forward to that. Loads more being put into it. But one of the things is, like I say, next Thursday, or this Thursday, God dear, where's the time going? So Thursday we'll have a show on Sigma Prepper, a live show. We'll perhaps even get, what do you call it? Proper Sigma Prepper quiz going as well. So this is the bit, from here on, is a bit of an unknown entity. You've got the woods going up that way, the creepy woods, but we're going to the even creepier woods this way. I say even creepier woods. It's not really creepy. But some people think that going into the woods at like midnight is creepy on your own. But we're all right. We know what we're doing, don't we, Hugo? Yep. That was a very lazy bit of scratching going on there. So I hope the video isn't too horrific in terms of the data rate. Like I say, I can't actually see what you're seeing in terms of final result. So yeah, I'm interested to see if we can indeed get any reception at the pond. And the pond is through these, we're going to get some woods up here. Shall we try and do a super duper turbo boost of my Olight? Boom. It's pretty impressive, this. It's quite far into the distance. What are you up to, mister? What does he think he's seen? Oh. Let's turn the... We'll get it about midways about, right? Right, you ready? And we're off. And we're off. So we've got the woods down here, then we've got the pond. When we get to the pond, we'll have a little break. And we'll have a chat and see who's there. And what you're up to, what you're doing, what you're fearful of, what you've seen on the news. Talking of what we've seen on the news, I did start talking about... There we go. Just had to reconnect. I hope it's actually still coming out your end, all right? Because I've got no idea. But yeah, the sun's not looking good at the moment. It's definitely, yeah, they are. This is the bit that's really muddy, and I was worried about it. Whoa! Yeah, it's not exactly iced up, but it's still pretty hard mud, which is lucky. So I'm a bit concerned about the sun at the moment. I'm going to be doing maybe a report tomorrow, an SHTF Intel report. And we'll look at what it's been doing. And thanks, Christina. We'll see what the sun's been doing. So here we are. We're heading down into the pond now. No, not into the pond. I keep saying that. Hold on. Wait. Whoa. Hold on. This is dodge. This is super slippery. Hugo, wait. Slowly. Good boy. Yeah, this is super sludgy down here. So this is going down to the pond, and this is where I wasn't sure if we could get some signal. But if we can get signal down here, then the plan would be, this is like my favourite spot to chill out, yeah? And I'll bring my Kelly kettle, make a little fire, make a cup of tea, you know? Talk about some topics, show you some of my kit, yeah? I'll take my little mini bug out bag with me, and we can look at that. Check out my Kelly kettle and how wonderful it is. Whee! No scratching. Gonna do any scratching, Hugo? Nope. Okie dokie, on we go. I tend to let Hugo go at his pace and where he wants to go, but on this occasion I demanded that we go the way I wanted. But I do like to let him kind of do what he wants to do. This is like I say, he didn't get to go out yesterday and I haven't been out for several days, so here we are. This is the final turn and it looks like we've got signal. Yeah, how cool is that? So there's a little shady place in there, yeah, where I was thinking I could put a hammock up. Yeah, here we go. So this is the tree here. Got the birds flying off, the ducks flying off the pond. So this tree here, this little branch here is where I usually put my rope light, yeah? And then around here is where I get the kelly kettle out, yeah? Wait, we're gonna sit here for a bit, Hugo. Stay, come. Hugo. So this is the pond. I don't think there's gonna be any fish in there. Is there? Can you see any? Now bear in mind, Hugo has actually jumped in this. No, Hugo, we're going to stay here for a little bit. I'm going to say hello to people. I'll tell you what would be good is if I could set this up on a branch somewhere. Hey, Netram Design in the house. Great to see you, my man. Check out Hugo in his nice coat. There we go. I'm going to take my glove off quickly. I'll stop wobbling the phone around. So it's nice to have a few of you with me, enjoying the outdoors at whatever time it is now. It's probably coming up to 1 o'clock by now, isn't it? I'd imagine. And I'm not sure Hugo knows what he's doing. What's the plan, Hugo? Do you know what you're doing? What are you looking at? What are you looking at? Oh. We'll have a little break here for a little bit. Don't be jumping into the lake, will you, Hugo? 11 AM in Australia, is it? Yeah. So you're, what, about 10 hours in front, aren't you? Hugo, come. Hugo, come. Good boy, sit down. I know you probably don't want to sit down in the freezing cold, do you? So this is a new collar as well for him, which he hasn't worn yet. And then he's got his new coat. And yeah, what a beauty. So it's looking all right. How's the video look? Yeah, man, Netram Design, it's definitely 9 hours, is it, Ansett Girl? Yeah, I must say I do like the popping out in the woods late at night. A lot of people find it a bit creepy, and I've always I've done quite well to desensitize Xavier. So I used to come out with him at like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning and take Hugo for a walk in the woods just to get him. He's not scared of the dark or anything like that. And but he's actually pulled Xavier into that pond before when we walked around a corner, and as soon as we were around a corner there was some ducks on the there were some ducks on the surface of the water there in the pond, and Hugo saw them, launched after them, and the rest was history, as they say. Xavier had two choices: drop the lead or go in with him. So he dropped the lead, and then I had to go in to fish him out. Anytime he put his little ears up like that, it means he thinks he's seen something. Hugo, come and say hello to everyone. Hugo, come. Hugo, we don't want your bum. Well, we do, but we don't. Are you ready to move on already? Are you? So one of the plans, you see, was that theoretically this is one of the places that you could come to get some water. Yeah, if worse, this is probably the closest body of water, yeah, to where we are. So in an SHTF scenario, this is probably like a 25-minute walk or something like that to this point, right? So yeah, that's not ideal because water's very, very heavy. So trying to carry that back home with the weight of water being 1 kilogram per litre, for a 30 litre a 30-litre can or barrel of water, you know, you're talking about. We've got an even creepier woods coming up in a minute, by the way. Once we get around there, it gets epic creep, or so some people say. So yeah, you got a bit of a struggle to actually get the water back home. And I've got an aqua roller, which is like one big wheel basically. The water goes in with tyres on it, which is quite convenient. But even dragging that back 35-40 kilos, yeah, that's pretty epic. That's like carrying half an adult, yeah. Yeah, good point, Christina G. And that is one of my missions, is to use the e-bike to do the getting the water and back. And thanks to Crypto Sam, one of our subscribers, one of the gifts, he bought me a gift off Amazon gift list, and it was a water pump that you can use with just a normal drill, yeah, and you spin it up and you can use it as a pump. So one of the options is to put that in the backpack and take a cordless drill, and then you can run the pump. You can run the water pump out your backpack basically with a small length of hose. Fill up your water container, take it back, and then obviously do your filtering when you get home. But like I say, you've got to be figuring out how you're going to carry water, and you know what you're going to do with it once you've got it. It's there's quite a lot to figure out, and because of that, it's important that I go through some form of a dry run, and just to see how doable it really is. Yeah? Because the theory is always one thing, but when it comes to actually doing it, it's always a lot more challenging. And the only problem is that, I know it sounds silly, but I feel kind of like self-conscious on my e-bike carrying an aqua roller, dragging an aqua roller behind me to deliver the water. Yeah. But I did that before in a little trailer I had with the e-bike when we found some big logs of wood cut up in the woods, and me and Xavier loaded them up into a trailer, and then I towed the trailer back with my e-bike. And of course the e-bike, don't even think about it, Hugo, the e-bike is I can recharge from the solar power, battery backup. So I do think that's a great way to go. It's about the most efficient. Cool, I don't know if you can see all the glistening of the plants and things. Look at this. Oh, he hasn't done a proper scoopy thing today. So let's carry on round then. Not too fast for you, go. I'll try and hold the lead in the same hand as the camera, which is quite ambitious. No, don't even think about it. He's tried going down there before. There's a little, where is it? There's a little hole here, look, that goes into the pond. And every time he tries to go down there. So here we are then. This is getting into the bit which is another part which the first video, well, I wouldn't call it the first video, maybe the second video, when I did a little video with me and Hugo introducing the channel. That video I did, and me and Hugo did, is up here, and you go straight ahead, and there's another woods, which is kind of somewhat private. That's the key, right? Is it's when you want somewhere that you can go filming, and you're not going to get loads of people walking past and wondering what you're doing, yeah? And so one of the things I like about the pond is at night, you're basically never going to see anyone there at night. It's very unlikely. Carolyn Rose in the house. How is everyone? Much better. Oh, what the hell is that? God, this is really squidgy here, Hugo. Hold on. Careful. Yeah, so we're going up. We're going up in the woods. Can you see? Look how cold it is. Oh, fire, breathe in, dragon. Hugo's doing his thing. What is that? Oh no, what are you doing? Are you having a wee or what? No idea. Didn't even see that. Right, anyway. So we're going up into the creepy woods. And we're about minus 2 degrees centigrade. And what's that? 28 degrees Fahrenheit, Christina, isn't it? In old money, as you call it. And he seems to be getting on all right with the cold. I mean, Hugo doesn't seem to be too bothered about it. This is the first time he's worn his coat, which we bought for him for Christmas. And I made a big old fuss out of it with Magic Hand. I was like, oh, you know, I'd like to do a video, you know, like a review video of Hugo putting his coat on for the first time. But it was so uneventful, as everything is with him. He's so patient and easygoing, doesn't complain. It's quite a fair old trot up here. It's quite reasonably steep, all the way up. And then you get a bench at the top. Should we sit on the bench, Hugo? Yes, let's. Hugo, we're going to sit on the bench. Here, good boy. You come up with Daddy. And then there's the docks there, look, on the seafront. And another field here. Looks like the same crop, the grassy stuff. Cool, yeah, we got a sparkly bench, Hugo. A sparkly bench. What are you saying, Hugo? He's on guard. So I could do. Oh, I can actually we can tripod it down. How novel's that? So we just got your bum, Hugo. Shall I get in the shot for a laugh? Let's do it there. Looks like it's phasing a bit, but you won't be able to see me very well because... Hugo, come here. Because I've got a torch. I've got a head torch. Hugo, come. This way. Sit. 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 You don't want to sit, do you? Of course you don't, baby boy. Oh, handsome boy. You okay? You're not too warm, are you? Oh dear. So this is how we're rolling. Ta-da! Hold on, Hugo. Let's get back in there. Back in the mix. Right, don't move, because I haven't got the lead. All I have now, but... Oh. There we go. Little bit of a chill out. Little bit of a chill out. And then we'll get cracking. Just sorting all my stuff out here. It's quite a challenge. But it's a good test. We've got the creepy bit of the woods to come yet. I keep saying creepy, it's not really. It's just when we have guests, and they come and visit. Right, you ready then, Mr. Wrinklehead? We generally, you know, when you come out at night time in the woods and they're like, oh, isn't that a bit scary? It's like, I don't know. Although I did, oh no, Answer Girl's corrected it. It's a 10-hour difference to Queensland, because of daylight saving. Okay, that's cool to know. 5 seconds. Okay, right. I think we're set up now. So I'm glad that it looked like let us know, but it looked like the signal was actually all right at the pond, right? And this was my imagination, yeah? Can you confirm the signal quality looked okay at the pond? Because if so, I'll be going down there with my Kelly kettle. Maybe this week, maybe we'll do a live show from the pond. Yeah, making a little fire in the Kelly kettle. What are you looking at, mister? That's a farmer's field over there. Yeah, we'll get shot, Hugo. We'll get chased off. We'll get chased off the land. Come on then, mister. So yeah, -2 degrees centigrade, 28 Fahrenheit. Gone 1 a.m, I guess it is now in the UK. So it's not really a midnight walk anymore, is it? It's more like a 1 a.m. walk. Right. I don't even know what the time is now. I've actually got some tunes going in my headphones. So it's just as well I can't hear anything else. You see, that can actually be a little bit more... Oh, lovely. Thank you very much, Answer Go. Yeah, she's saying that the signal's pretty good down there. So in that case, maybe it is doable to get some, you know, to do a show, an entire show from the pond. Be nice to be out in the wilderness. And I don't want to wait until the summertime, right? Because the whole point is that there are occasions when you're going to need to bug out and it's cold. Not if you live somewhere where it never gets cold, obviously, but Corrine in the house. No, it won't be deleted this time. No, the other one was a bit of a mess up, Corrine. This one will be all right. I'm assuming nothing goes wrong. Great to see you, though. And the first bit was just me getting out of the house, basically, and setting off with Hugo. Have a little trip to the pond, where we like to chill out, and I have my little break. And yeah, I just wanted to catch up and give the old live stream directly from the mobile a test. I've never done it before personally. I've helped clients do it on their phones before, but I've never done it with myself. So this is a place he likes to try and go to as well, which is again just onto the farmer's land. So he's very alert. It's not advisable. Don't try this at home. Going for a walk in the woods at 1 a.m, live streaming while you've got music going in your headphones, because your situational awareness is hardly what you consider to be ideal. But you know, I don't really have to worry about that kind of stuff when I've got Hugo. I don't have to worry about someone coming up with me. And being a brown belt mixed martial artist and everything as well. Oh dear. Yeah, it's quite nice out though. It's lovely and clear. Some stars out, which is good. So it should be oh, Corinne's in Mexico right now. Lovely. So you got some nice weather. Let us know who's got the coldest weather then, because I'm at like 28 degrees Fahrenheit here, about -2 centigrade, which isn't epically cold, but it's yeah, I'm actually quite comfortable, to be honest. I don't feel, I've taken my glove off. Yeah, hand doesn't feel cold. So, and I've just got two fleeces, a vest. I should go in order really. I got a vest, then a long sleeve thin jumper thing. Then I've got a sort of like a thick fleece, furry fleece, and then I've got my main tactical fleece on top of that. That's all I'm rolling with. So please hit the like button if you're just joining. It's great to see you. See, we're prepping 8 degrees centigrade, says Carolyn Rose. Sorry, I just had a bit of a signal-ish. We should be back. We're getting into dodgy territory, maybe. It's nice to know where the problem signal areas are. This is getting down into a bit where you need to watch out, because you'll bang your head on a branch up here if you don't know what you're doing. Oh, do you know, me and my friend used to come whizzing through these woods. Well, not that long ago, actually. We'd come whizzing through these woods on our e-bikes with head torches, yeah? And this is the one here, look. I brought my little sword down here to chop this off. That was when I came down to the pond with my Kelly cattle at one point. I had my Laplander with me anyway. And it'd be annoying me so much because, you know, when you fly through there at like middle of the night, 3 a.m. on your e-bike with nothing more than head torches, you don't want to get your head caught on that. And I know you should be wearing a helmet and stuff like that as well. But so how long are you in Mexico for, Corinne? Have you been there before? It's somewhere I've always wanted to visit, but I've never been to Mexico. Never made it to the Americas apart from Canada. I've been everywhere in Southeast Asia, been over India, done most parts of Europe that are important. But yeah, not really done any of South America or North America apart from, like I say, Canada. I'd love to do the whole proper South America, you know, Peru. Well, sorry, I was going to say Brazil and Venezuela, but they're a bit dodgy at the moment. But I'm not really put off by that. I mean, we've been to Cambodia when it was real bad. We've been to Egypt when there was all sorts of stuff going on there. We've been to Indonesia when stuff was kicking it there. And a lot of the time, you know, a lot of it's just propaganda. You actually go to these places, even in what they call, you know, wartime and that. And it's not actually that bad at all. It's really bigged up. And we've taken Xavier all over the place. He's been to like 9 countries. By the time he was 10 years old, he'd already been to 9 countries. It's just as well because, you know, you're not going to get many opportunity to be going abroad much. The more it goes on, it seems. 6 months, girlfriend. Yeah, that's quite a fair old time, isn't it? 6 months. I didn't see Karine saying 6 months. I'm just going on what Christina G's reply was, or was it Anzac? Sorry. It's quite tricky watching the screen and making sure I'm not falling into any ice pits. So super happy so far. There's been a few little areas. So yeah, it sounds like it's been good in Mexico. I definitely was somewhere I wouldn't have a problem living. I think if you can survive in Thailand, you can survive anywhere. Yeah. Thailand's different enough from Western culture to be, you know, if you can manage to adapt to somewhere as foreign as that, as a Westerner, then you can pretty much adapt anywhere, to be honest. And we've never felt threatened anywhere we've been. We've been to Bangladesh. That was pretty scary, but it was all right. New Delhi, Kolkata, yeah, India, Myanmar. We've been to Myanmar 3 times, yeah. Burma, Burmese territories or whatever. Can't call it that anymore, can you? And yeah, you just, I don't know. I think a lot of people can be more fearful than they need to be when it comes to travel. And did I just miss my tree? I did. I thought that looked like my tree. Hugo, it looks all different because it's also... Hold on, I haven't said hello to my tree. This is my other tree. Hugo, come. Come. Come on. Don't worry, we will go that way. I want to say hello to my tree. Daddy's tree. Come on. Come. Come. 60 kilograms worth of no. Is that 120 pounds worth of no? Is it? Come. Come on. Just quickly. Good boy. Good boy. Come on. So what I say hello to my tree, otherwise I feel it's like I'm right here. Look at this. Look at its beauty and its majesty. Look at the size of my hand in comparison. Yeah. It's like a good 250 years old, I think I worked it out to be. You can take the circumference and you can do a calculation on an oak tree and it will tell you roughly how old it is. We were talking about trees on the after party on the Sigma Prepper show the other night on Discord server. Do please join the Discord server. It's completely free. Links in the description. And we were talking about, you know, climate change and stuff. And I was talking about how the, you know, when you ask people, see, Sri Lanka, Anzac Gal, that's somewhere I'd like to go. We haven't visited. I've got some friends there. And our car got searched for stolen stuff really well. Yeah, and we were talking about where the wood comes from in the trunk of a tree as a thought experiment. And a lot of the time, so many people say, oh, it comes from the soil, from the roots, and it makes it into the tree trunk and the branches. And it's like, well, no, because if that was the case, then if you had a pot plant, then you'd have to keep putting soil in it as the pot plant grew. But as it turns out, all of that wood and all of that trunk is just carbon that it's taken out of the atmosphere. Yeah. It's just taken in the carbon dioxide, which is plant food. Yeah. It's sucked that in, kept the carbon part of it, spat back out the 2 oxygen molecules, and then it's, and there's your photosynthesis, right? Give or take a bit of chlorophyll and some sunlight. So it's just really weird to see the mass of that, right? And just think, wow, man, that's been like just taking in carbon from the air to the point where it can, all of that trunk and wood is that carbon. It's crazy. Anyway, let's give him, her, it, she, they, our traditional tree hugging hug. Hello, my beautiful tree. Oh, If you get skin, I think it should be reconnected now. But yeah, I think I just heard an owl. Twitwing away over my liquid drum and bass I've got going on my di.fm radio, digitally imported .fm is usually what I listen to. You've got lots of different genres of stuff. When I'm walking Hugo, the most, whoa, you're right, mister. He's looking cool in his coat though, isn't he? I'm quite happy with it. It seems to fit okay. Do you notice at the back there's these little tag things? Yeah, do you see here? There's these little straps, yeah? And these straps are supposed to go around, like, around the back of his legs, basically. That's the idea of them. And I got pretty cool boots for him, but I can't seem to find them. I'll have to look for those. I bought some emergency preparedness SHTF Scenario doggy boots. Yeah, just like they have on riot police dogs and stuff like that, and sniffer dogs. They have like protective feet. Just in case, you know, like if it's all hitting the fan, there's going to be things like broken glass everywhere and things like that. So it's going to be important to figure out how you're going to keep your pets protected as well as yourselves. And it's interesting as well because you wonder what you're going to do about if it's hitting the fan, you know, how you're going to walk your pets, right? How you're going to walk your dog and things. Because, you know, the whole point of homesteading is you don't go out because you don't want to be in and amongst it, right? It's too much of a risk. Now watch this, he's going to want to turn right, he always does. Right, he wants to go this way. We're just going to make it a bit of a longer walk, but he didn't get a walk yesterday because it's been freezing cold. So, and raining, more to the point. Yeah, how to exercise the dog handset, girl. Sorry, I wasn't sure if that cut out while I was talking about that. But it is something that I've considered. Oh, by the way, something to make mention of here, right? This is the actual more likely place, to be honest, that I would take water from in an SHTF scenario, right? Use the like button, says Christina G. Thank you, my darling. Yeah, do hit the like button. YouTube so far has only informed about 10%, not even that, 5% of my subscribers that I'm even streaming live, which is so rude. Let alone anyone new. So we know what it's up to, but hold on, Hugo, wait here a minute. Hugo, you can have a sniff if you want. I just want to talk about this place. So, what we've got here, right? Let me just hold the lead and the camera at the same time, right? So, actually, if I turn my headlight off, that's quite nice, isn't it? So here, this is actually a reflection, yeah? So here is a reflection of that, because this is a body of water. Yeah, this is a body of water here. And it's actually a reservoir. Yeah, even with turbo boost on my head torch, you can't. What sort of crops are in here? I don't know, it looks like it's already been cut. So that's actually a body of water, which is what the farmer uses to, that's what a farmer uses to, let's get it back to that one, for their crops, right? And that's actually quite a new reservoir. Now, it's quite a way, there is a more direct way to walk there than what I've come, you know? But the key is it's totally nice water, yeah? I bet it's got to be less than 2 degrees centigrade, minus 2 degrees centigrade now. I bet it's more like 25 Fahrenheit or like minus 4. Pretty chilly. So the point is that this is a much better body of water to come to fill up in an event where there's no water running anymore. It's an actual proper reservoir. So the problem with bodies of water that are near farming land is that you end up typically with quite a lot of runoff. Yeah, so you get like runoff from the fields, which put loads of poisons like into the water supply or into the bodies of water that are near. So this is like, these are fields all around here, and then this is the body of water the farmer uses as a reservoir, right? Like I say, it's a man-made reservoir. It was put in a couple of years ago. So this is the place I would come. This is the place I would come to get the water, because that pond that we went to just a minute ago, where we'll take the Kelly kettle down there and do a little bit of bushcraft, make a cup of tea, chop some wood with an axe and make some feathering sticks and all that kind of fun, right? We'll have a cup of tea. Hugo loves going down there with a cup of tea as well. He's totally not bothered about the cold, so he's all right. But yeah, so I think the problem with the pond water though, up at the pond, is that even with a Berkey filter, our fluoride Berkey filters have run out, so we've only got the black carbon ones, but even they're pretty good. Can't afford to replace the fluorides at the moment. But yeah, the idea is that I'm not sure it's going to take all the stuff out of the pond water, whereas the reservoir water that's over there, although it's a little bit further to come, doesn't that hurt, Hugo, when you do that? It's the way he throws up massive divots of earth into the air. It's like force that you must, if you've ever it's just amazing, like animals. Because if you go over there into the field, right, and you were to put your hand down and start scratching away at the dirt, start scratching away at the field, it would just kill, yeah? Yeah. So yeah, it's this is definitely, I think, something where you could bring the e-bike, leave it. You bring the e-bike with the barrel of water behind you, the aqua roller. Fill up at the reservoir there. Like I say, I think the pond water has got so much runoff from the, what do you call it? Pesticides and fertilizers and goodness knows what else that goes in on the crops, that the water you're getting anywhere near that. This is the problem. One of the Sigma Prepper trivia questions was about which of the following water sources is safe to drink, right? And it was like a small pond, a large lake, a fast running river, and some other stuff. And the point was that none of them are safe to drink. Yeah, none of them are safe to drink. And particularly rivers, even fast running rivers, because you don't know what's upstream. There could be like a dead sheep upstream, or runoff from some factory pollutant outlet, yeah, sewage outlets upstream, yeah, same stuff like that. Same as lakes. You don't know what's going on in lakes, you don't know what wildlife is in there, what biomatter has been released in there over time, and yeah, so whatever happens, something like a Berkey water filter or something like that, it's got to be part of your preparedness kit. And as we've talked about before, water is the most important thing. It's the thing that's catch you out the most. So I think that's the thing I would tackle first. I was talking to my friend Jake about that today, and he's got a few cupboards of food extra and stuff like that, but he's not got any of the functional things like a small battery bank and a water filter and things like that. Ham radio. I don't know. 2023, as far as I'm concerned, we're already overdue for something major. That's not to say that we haven't already had loads of things major already happening in 2022, and well, from 2020 onwards really, and even before that. So I think we're in a like a culminating year. I think this is going to be the compounding year of it all, where all of the things come together. Yeah. I was just reading Carolyn's chat. Okay. Sorry, just making sure I can see the chat. Dave Masters in the house. At Halloween, wearing a ghost mask, Dave, yeah? At Halloween, 2 o'clock in the morning, whatever it is. 1 o'clock in the morning, is it? 1:30? It's like 1:30 a.m. It's about -2 degrees. Don't think we can go that way, Hugo. Hey, Hugo, this way. This way. Come on. I'm gonna get lost in a minute. I'm not. So we've gone a little bit of a detour. He really likes to come this way every time. I'm not sure why, but it's really muddy. Wait, sounded like Bear Grylls then. God, we're gonna go down here. It's really... Oh no, that's poor. Poor impression. Gonna need my other hand for this. Oi! Thank you. Bloody hell, he does that all the time. I'm sure he aims to try and kick divots of mud and dirt in your face, that he claws out of the ground like that. Hugo, I think we need to go left. Hugo. Crypto Sam in the house. I was just talking about you, dude. I was just talking about you with your Amazon gift of the drill pump thing, yeah? Because we went to the pond and the reservoir. Actually, so thank you so very much, Crypto Sam, for the gift of the water pump that basically you operate via a cordless drill driver sort of thing. And yeah, where we've come, just behind all this basically is a reservoir with a farmer, and that's essentially where I'd come to use that pump. And just put the it's making me reconnect again. There we go. Yeah, so the idea with the pump, I would throw that in the backpack. I'd put the pump in the backpack with my cordless drill, courtesy of Crypto Sam, who's live in the chat right now. Yeah, it's a bit dodgy going up here. It should be right when we get to the top, Mr. Sam. And it's been pretty good so far, actually. It's only been a few spots. Actual signal. Whoops. Maybe I spoke too soon. Maybe I spoke too soon. Yeah, it's struggling. Quick, Hugo, gotta get up to the top with some signal, man. He's a struggling, man. He's a struggling. Yeah, I think there's a bit of buffering there. I'll try and get up here as quick as I can, and we should get a little bit better signal. Like I say, this is somewhat of a test, a mobile streaming test, just to see where I can and can't go, subject to cell status in the woods, yeah. And of course, I'm expecting to be getting better signal quality now than I would in the summertime, where all the trees have got their dense leaves and things. That makes quite a big effect on the attenuation and stuff. So it's funny, I was originally an electronic engineer, but one of the jobs I got while I was at college was an engineer's mate, yeah, installing satellite systems. And one of the things we had to do was to solve problems with like bad signal and things. And a lot of the times they'd have their antennas set up in the winter time, and you get a good signal, so they didn't have to be too specific about, you know, satellite directional pointing and things, or just normal terrestrial TV signal. And then when the summertime comes along and all the trees, you know, get all their leaves on the trees and stuff, you find it just attenuates the signal so much. So there you go, there's the docks. That's the port. It's a big old boy. Have those massive 200 metre long shipping containers. You can hear it in the background. It sounds like they're just dropping containers all the time. Can you zoom on it? Oh, you can actually, yeah, that's cool. There you go. Steadicam's doing a pretty good job, isn't it? Fair play. It's good that we can zoom out though. Oh, zoom in, sorry. There we go. Okie dokie. Sorry, Hugo, he's been so patient. Such a patient boy. Where even are we? Oh, I know where we are. Okay. So we've just done a big loop. We were going to go just where Hugo always likes to turn. We were just going to go straight out there and then up the road, but now we've come all the way around. You know, we've gone all the way that way, and then up there, and then up here. So it's just a longer way to go, but he always seems insistent he wants to come this way for some reason. But it's fine, it's his walk, not mine. Well, it's not, it's ours, but it's predominantly his, so he gets to choose. I'm pretty easy going. No, this is what we call the troll bridge. No, we're not going that way. There's definitely, probably won't get signal down there. Hugo. Yeah, we call it a troll bridge because there's a little troll that lives under there. I am a troll and I live in a hole. Yeah, it's only a tiny little one. But when Xavier was little, we'd come this way to walk our other dog when he was small. And he'd run over it and jump up and down like there's a troll under it. What are you doing, mister? We could go that way. That'd be even longer. How long we've been going? 62 minutes. That's an hour. We could try. We can try. Just because I love you, Hugo. Just because Daddy loves you. We'll go where you want to go. Problem with this though, is we might be venturing a little bit into the low signal point. So that's, again, there's to keep your orientation. We just come up there and this is the docks. And then we're going to be going this way instead. Yeah, it's freezing cold, man. The heat on my hand is just making condensation happen. Yeah. See, look. Fill it with smoke. Well, it's not smoke. It's contrails. It's contrails, Crypto Sam. Not chemtrails. Here's another little bridge we've got to go over. Tiny, tiny. You won't even know we're going over it. There it was. There's a little bridgelet. But again, in the summertime, there's like a stream that runs through here and under the bridge and along. So things change quite a lot in the winter. Can't go that way, Hugo. No. This way. Whoa, this way. Good boy. No. Come on, he's bloody lost, isn't he? He doesn't even know where he's going. Calm down. We're both lost. We're lost in the woods. We're lost in the woods at like 2 a.m. I don't even know what the time is. Let's have a look. Should we see what time it is? Yes, let's. Right, don't go jerking off. Oh, I can't say that. Don't go pulling the lead. I meant jerking the lead while I'm holding the camera with it, Hugo. Whoa, did you see him slip on the ice? Yeah, so it's about 1:30 in the morning. 1:30 in the morning. -2 degrees. About 20. Oh, you're breaking all the ice. Look, you vandal. He's broken the ice. Well, now the ice is broken. That's what my friend used to do when he went to a bar. He'd get an ice cube, put it on the bar, and he'd get his glass, and he'd like whack his glass down on top of the ice so it broke. And he'd be like, now the ice is broken, do you fancy going out for a day? I don't know if it ever worked. What's that structure behind your house in the fields looks like for? Structure behind your house looks like for, hold on. Doesn't it let me see? Structure behind your house in the fields looks like for missile silos from satellite view. Not sure about that one. Don't drink that, you skank. On Google Maps. Yeah, I'm not sure, Crypto Sam. I can't think what that might be. I mean, it might be something at the docks, obviously, but if you're talking about somewhere else, no, I can't think what that might be. Missile silos. Don't know, maybe some... Yeah, don't post a link in there though, dude. Put it on... DM me on... Oh yeah, DM me on Discord or something, yeah? Sigma Prepper Discord. I'll have a look. Ugh, coming out of the mud. Out of the mud. We have gone the wrong way, Hugo. You do realise that, don't you? We didn't turn the way we were supposed to. I'm entirely blaming you. Come on. Come. So look, there's some warehousey things here, barns here, and you know, big old tanks of stuff. Come on. there's a big old building over there. Yeah, we've really buggered this up, Hugo. Because they've changed all this now, haven't they? We got warned about this. Come on. Come on. Sorry, Hugo's led me up here and we shouldn't have come up here. I knew that earlier on, but I thought let's just indulge it. Maybe we could get through the top there, but I just remember they've changed the way that works now, so you can't because of the way they've done there's like a new what is it? I think it's like a new gun range or something they've got, a shooting range. And the back of it leads into where it used to be. Come on. The back of the new gun range leads into where that leads to. So I don't think we can go that way. Come on. Yeah, it's what you call doxing, Crypto Sam, I think you'll find. It's like, I think that's when they oh no, they wouldn't know it's anything to do with me, would they? But yeah, I was going to say, if they think you're doxing, then they would, they usually shut the stream down straight away or close the chat, I'm not sure. Yeah, so, I don't even know where we're going, Hugo, because I didn't really want to come this way in the first place, but we'll see if we can get around. Yeah, we should change the title to Sigma Prepper Midnight Walk. No, 2 a.m. walk. Lost in the woods. Lost in the woods with Hugo. I'm going to have to give him a towel down when we get home as well, because he's been crunching through a couple of puddles. He's been walking on the puddles confidently that they seem to be hard, and then the odd one isn't. And he falls through it. Like those. Yeah, it's hard to tell. Some are puddles and some are ice. So we're going to have to get back to a little path here. There's another, I mean, we can go up there. All right, we'll do that. Let's see. We might as well. It's a test. It's a test. So we're testing the cell signal around the area so we can see where we can go, where's safe to go and where's not. But hopefully, we should have gone through back there, but we'll just see if we can still go around up here and then back round, and then I'll be happy. So yeah, and the other test I wanted to do as well is just to see, streaming from my phone, if YouTube would put the notification out to more than sort of 5% of the subscribers, but obviously not still. So we'll just have to keep pushing through. Yeah. Don't think we want to be going this way, Hugo, because that way means we have to go through some farmer's land and he's not that impressed by it. Come on, back the way I said. You've seen what you wanted to see. Come on. We need to go back through there, Hugo. There's nothing round there. We can't start going that way because we'll get into trouble. Here we go. We'll see. We'll see. Just have to check my other phone out because I've got all sorts of things going on here. Need 3 hands, Hugo, is what I need. Yeah. Oh, let's have a look. Oh, do you know, I think what that is, Crypto Sam, he's just sending me a screenshot or something. I think what that might be, there's a few of those little structures and I'm really interested to go and have an investigate. I think they're little old, they're kind of old World War II bunkers or something, yeah? But there's a house that's got them near it. Not sure. But I'll have to have a look when I get home properly because I need all the hands I can get. And I'm not actually sure which way we're going, to be honest, because this isn't the way we normally come, and the way I wanted to go is blocked off now through that farm yard thing. So we're just gonna we're just gonna have a play. Whoa, and see where we end up. Oh God, that is nasty. Yeah, Hugo, watch out. It's really boggy. But this will be fine, we can get there this way. This is the way we used to come with Xavier when he was little. And he had one of those, what are they called? Do you know, they're bikes and they don't have pedals. Balance buddy. They're like a little BMX, yeah? But there's no pedals or chain or gears or anything. You just scoot along. I used to love that all the time. Taking the dog for a walk. When he was about 4 years old, like 3 years old even, I think, he was on that balance buddy. Just an absolute maniac. He was the same actually. When he was first born, obviously he was born in Cyprus, we weren't living in England. And he had one of them little, I got him one of them chairs that you know the babies sit in to have their food, and they can scoot around on it. It's got wheels at the bottom and stuff. I'll tell you what, I knew he was going to be a maniac. Seeing him in that, he was just absolutely laughing himself to you know what, just scooting around the floor. It's great to see, but yeah, it's funny actually. Xavier's extremely good when it comes to balance, I've found. Even in like mixed martial arts, he's very difficult to take down. Very rarely falls over. Probably only fallen off his bike 3 times in his life. Yeah, it's quite impressive. Don't know what that's about. He did do gymnastics like I did growing up, which I think is pretty good for like core strength and that, and balance and these sorts of things. But I need to get my fitness sorted out this year. I did say that last year and it just didn't happen. So I was planning to do like a before and after with my progress, yeah. So I'd be totally transparent about it. I'd be like, this is me now, you know, with no top on and that, just to show how it looks before I do anything. And then I would then work out up to the summer and we would see what sort of difference it makes to my look and fitness. And ideally I'd like to be able to do the Marine Corps fitness test, which is pretty straightforward, but it's like running a mile in like 4 minutes, is it, or 5 minutes or something, and 50 press ups and a bunch of other stuff, yeah, a bunch of pull-ups. I don't know, 15 pull-ups, is it? Can't remember. But I was quite up for doing that as a target, you know, and trying to sort my fitness out as well, because it's a big part of preparedness is making sure you're, you know, people think they're going to grab their backpack and just start walking to bug out and that, right? So, you know, before and after pics. Yeah, got to be done. Well, do you know what? I find it's a good motivator. If you take a picture of yourself, you know, obviously it's different for women, but for blokes, you know, for guys, you can just sort of take your top off, take a photo, standing there, neutral posture, you know, and then start training, working out and trimming and all that sort of stuff. And as you see the progress, it's sort of a bit more of a motivator. I mean, it was different when I was bodybuilding back in the day when I was young, because you have that sort of, I don't know, I was going to say you have that discipline. You usually have more discipline as you get older, but yeah, I suppose it is in a way. It was like a hobby for me, working out and weight training. I was a bit of a fitness freak. You know, came from being a pretty good gymnast and things on the pommel horse and rings and parallel bars and those sorts of things. So I think that gives you a good start of fitness and strength and that. And then if you work on that, you can usually do all right later in life. And I don't think it's just time for me and time in my life at my age where I just feel like I have to start giving fitness a bit more of a focus. You know, as you get older, I'm sitting at the desk all the time, doing all the SEMA prepper stuff and doing computer things all the time, sitting down there, like they say, sitting is the new smoking and all that in terms of health elements to it. And, you know, you can't abuse your body for too long before it starts showing signs. And I already feel it if I don't get up and walk about a bit. My hips start getting a bit crunchy, so it's important to keep up the reconnect. Having a bit of signal issue down here, I think, which I was worried about, to be honest, because it's a bit sheltered. We're going slightly down into a valley-ish bit before coming back up again, and it's quite, it's quite dense tree line along here, so I would expect the signal to be somewhat attenuated. But again, it's nice to know that we can get all this far, so far, quite successfully on the cell data, which was the main test for tonight. And then that obviously opens up all sorts of opportunities for us with like bushcrafty kind of things, somewhat locally. I don't know anything majorly locally to me, but because I don't mind coming out late at night, you haven't really got to worry too much about bumping into people, and having sort of people go, oh, what is he doing? Oh, he's got an axe. Oh, let's call the police. How dare he? This kind of stuff, right? Right, this way. Stay with me. Okie dokie. So it looks like the signal's all right, which is good. You're right, Hugo. Huh? Are you nice and warm? So first time wearing your coat. Wait. First time wearing his coat, look. And it's actually not looking too dirty, is it? What a good boy. Have you had a nice time, mister? Oh, you want cuddles? Okay, we'll have some cuddles. Oh, hello, mister. You okay? It's been a long walk, hasn't it? Yeah. Your velvet head. Cool, you're nice and warm. Let me get my hand up your back. Try to see what it feels like up there. Oh, that's all right, isn't it? You feel lovely. You've got no cause for complaint, mister, from what I can feel. Which again, I'm super pleased that he's nice and warm. Because of course, if I was going to go and do the old pond thing with him, I'd like to take him with me, yeah. But I'll have to be mindful of how cold it is. So past Hugo's belly bites. Past his belly bites, Carolyn, he was already in bed. But when what it was I went in the kitchen about 11:30, half midnight, 11 at night. And it's about -2 here, Crypto Sam. Big old train going by. Can you hear it? That's a big cargo train coming from the docks. You see, if I turn my headlight off, I don't know if you'll be able to see it on the... I don't think you can see that on the silhouette, can you? No. But there's a massive train going by. Oops. Oh really? Do you know what? Those boots, winter boots you're talking about for dogs, Ghost Cowboy, are you talking about when they walk when they've got funny boots on? Yeah. I think that's funny. Hugo wasn't too bad with that actually. He didn't really do that funny walking thing. When I tried him with his little tactical boots. But that was mainly, I think what happened, it was a few years ago. And I was doing a live stream on my other channel. And I had a guest on the show and I was talking about how Hugo had a problem when I took him for a walk. And he trod on like a thorn branch, like a rose bush branch or something that was on the floor, and there was a thorn in his pad. And yeah, they stay on her, do they, Ghost Cowboy? Yeah, you see, the one stayed on him too bad. Only one came off when he does his scratchy thing after having a wee that you've seen him do a few times. When he does that scratch thing, he flung a boot off. But yeah, where he got that massive thorn in his pad, I thought, I don't really want to. You want to go through the other creepy woods as well? Really? Okay. You're the one who's choosing. If you think you can do that far. With this is like one of those style, you know, you have to move the gate so that you can get through. Right. I can't believe how long he wants this walk to be, but you know what? I'm here for him, so this is the only time he gets. And like I say, he didn't get a walk yesterday because it was absolutely pouring it down with rain. So now we're in the bit where I came on the e-bike to harvest some wood that we found already cut up because a tree had fallen or a branch had snapped off a big oak tree, and someone had come along and cut it up with a chainsaw just so they could move it out of the way of the public path through the woods. And I came down here with Xavier and a trailer, a little sort of trailer that you get in a DIY store, you know, you sort of pull around. Really nasty wheels on it, you know, as in really rattly wheels, but it worked out really well. We loaded the logs up into the trailer, and then I just hooked the trailer handle around the e-bike bike seat and just towed it back, like 300 pounds of wood. I think I did it in 2 trips though. I think it was about 3 or 4 big fat logs at a time. So it worked out great. And not for firewood. I mean, one of them was cut so nicely. It's my chopping block. Yeah, I use it like as a chopping block to chop wood down. What you smelt, mister? What you found? Huh? What is it? Come on. No scratching? No. Oh, loads of birds just took off next to me. So this is what I call the echo tunnel. We've got to go up this little hill. There's a hill that goes up there. Right, pull me up, Hugo. Pull me up. Go on then. Go. Pull. Go. Go. You got to pull me up, dude. Oh, useless. He does sometimes. It's because we're towards the end of the walk now with how long he's been going, so he sort of calms down towards the end and chills out a bit. He used to pull like a train when we first got Hugo. I don't think he'd been really trained on the lead at all. He was a rescue from a large dog breed centre specialist who dealt with things like Boer Boars and Cane Corsos and things like that. And yeah, he was just absolutely, I don't want to say uncontrollable, but you had to be me, with all due respect, to control him, because Laura couldn't, Xavier couldn't, no one else really could. There was 5 people came to see Hugo to take him, and all of them had to drop out because they couldn't handle his pulling. Can you believe that? There was a couple, like a lady and a guy, married couple, who were going to take him on, but I think they were slightly elderly. They called themselves elderly, 60, 65, and he could manage him just about. And he was quite a big old dude, right? This dude, he could handle him quite well. But the point was that had he been ill or anything, then his wife would never have been able to walk Hugo. And that was one of Laura's worries. There's no way she was going to be able to handle him. You know, 60 kilograms, 120, 130 pounds doesn't sound like much, but because of his low centre of gravity, the fact that he's got twice as many legs as you have, yeah. And if he gets a head start, the jolt when you try and stop him is pretty epic. So you've got to be on it all the time. But I tell you what, since it took me maybe 6 months to get that out of him, and we just did a halter collar thing, you know, that goes around the nose, and it goes around the neck, and then there's a little part that goes around the nose, and when there's slight tension, it sort of squeezes round the muzzle slightly as well as the neck, so it doesn't strangle them or anything, it doesn't hurt them, but they just feel uncomfortable pulling. And I used that for about a few months. We did a few other things. I tried about 5 different leads. I used one of them leads that's got the spring in it. See if that would help. I ended up like leaning backwards with both hands on the lead the whole time. And then I tried doing the whistle, and then I tried the little bits of sausage in the pocket and getting him to stay with me. And here we are now, look. I mean, I don't have the lock on. He's got 8-meter lead here that he can do what he wants to. Big fan of the Flexi. Giant, large 8-meter, so he's got as much. Yeah, look. Hugo, wait. Is that same train? It can't be. Here we go. We used to get Xavier to sit here and count the carriages as they went by. It was usually about 30 or so. Got all the brands there, innit? Stop talking, Andy. The contrails are getting in the way. Wait. It's definitely a feral couple tonight. Whether they're all empty or all full of goodies. Don't know how many more we got. Looks like it's coming to a stop. It's a feral couple though. What do you reckon? Whoever's been counting, let me know how many, if there was 4. Is that the end? Yeah, that's the last one. So like I say, when our son Xavier would count them. Yeah, look, got some graffiti here. Oh, scary, 2 o'clock in the morning on your own in a like dodgy subway with graffiti. What are we going to do to him, Hugo? Hey, what are we going to do to him? We'll tag team him, dude. That's what we'll do. We'll do a tag team like WWF. Is it WWF? Talking of WWF, got the old Davos rocking on at the moment, isn't it? I wonder what they're talking about right now. They're probably kicking it with all the old, escorts and high-class luxury escort at this time of night in Davos, I would have thought. So they're all cutting up the you-know-what on the mirrors in the penthouse suites of the hotels with their luxury escorts at the moment. So they're not really making any decisions or talking about how they're going to infringe our lives even more than they already are during their meetings. So we'll see what mood they're in when they wake up in the morning from their doing what they've been doing on the mirror tops with their credit cards and the rolled up, dollars. And maybe if they wake up in a good mood in the morning, they might not be quite as tyrannical as they would normally be. Unlikely though. We can but hope. What do you think, Hugo? Yeah? He said yes. He thoroughly agrees. Watch out for the fallen branch. Widowmaker. Another train bridge. I don't know what's more spooky. A small train bridge with graffiti on it or a big brick one. What do you reckon? Don't know, I don't really find much to be spooky. I don't really do the whole ghosts thing and all that. It's not really been something I think because growing up, my parents are pretty religious and sort of Christian faith and things. So to them, things like ghosts and ghouls and all that is like, we weren't ever allowed to watch that stuff on the TV growing up. So I guess it was partly, that's partly what leads to you not having much of an interest in it, I suppose. You're right there, kicking up the divots. Oh, so it's been an interesting hour and a half, 91 minutes it's telling me so far. That wasn't really what I'd planned, but I just wanted to give it a test. Mobile live streaming, midnight walk with Hugo. Just so, like I say, we can do a bit of bushcraft in the woods live. Maybe this week, we'll see. I'd love to do it when it's snowing. Yeah, that'd be cool. Get the Kelly kettle out, get a fire going. Yeah, do a live show. And we can be... Oh, get the lead out of the way. What's that? What are you looking at? What is it? What is it? Oh. Meow. Wait. So, yeah, I'll probably need to end the stream just up here and then put all my stuff in the pockets because we'll be back into sort of residential area, and I don't want to draw any unnecessary attention at 2 o'clock in the morning, don't you know? On a Monday. What are you doing out at this time of night? What are you doing? Well, I've got a dog and I've got a lead. What do you think? You're the investigator. You're the inspector. Do the math, boyfriend. Kick it. Kick it. Kick it. You gotta love his divots. You gotta love the divots. So you can see those 2 lights there. They're like street lights, basically. Have you got a pedometer? Just running how far you've walked. Probably only about 5 miles, maybe. You jumping onto Discord, Andy? Oh, that's not a bad idea. I could do, couldn't I? Yeah, what a great idea. Bass Pro have pretty wide Velcro straps. Okay. Yeah, I went to Bass Pro when I visited Canada to see my sister. And yeah, I tell you what, I could have spent like days in Bass Pro. And I must have a look for some other boots. Well, I'll look for the boots that we already bought him. And if it does snow and things like that, I think that would be a nice time to use them. Because it can't be nice having cold little paws on the snow. It's not what I'd call ideal. So no, it's been a good... You're absolutely welcome, Christina G. It's been lovely to have some company and rabbit along to myself while we're satisfying Hugo's walking needs. And of course, if you want to follow Hugo on TikTok, you can do at Handsome Hugo. At Handsome Hugo on TikTok. I think I've only put 3 videos on there so far, but it's a start, you know. I think it's about 6 followers or something crazy for those of you on TikTok. But I think Sigma Prepper's got 22 followers on TikTok, but I put a load of TIA, Tactical Intelligence Assistant reports up there, AI reports, and the like 2 out of 7 of them got flagged and stuff for, oh God, who knows, but hey, lovely to see you, Jane from Texas. Good to see your name pop up. And so, yeah, I had to remove all of the videos I had on TikTok for Sigma Prepper. But I'm going to put some short format ones on there. Just some preppery type stuff, probably. Survival tips, short survival tips. Maybe some cutout segments from the Sigma Prepper live shows with the prepper quiz that we do. Maybe take, I could take kind of 1 question at a time out of there. And upload that to TikTok as individual videos. It's just sort of getting it on the priority list, really. Shouldn't be televising Hugo's private occasions, but never mind. I did get his permission before we left. So, right, we're probably going to have to rock and roll now because we're getting into the streets. But I'm going to switch over to the Discord server. And I'll catch up on their voice and I'll put you in my pocket. Hold on, Hugo. Just wait here a minute. Oh, let's get the camera sorted out. Where's he off to? So what we'll do then, yeah, so this week we'll be having the... Hugo, come. This week we'll be having the live show anyway, probably Thursday. There'll be other things as well. Got an SHTF Intel I'll probably do tomorrow. Stay with me, stay with me. We've got SHTF Intel we'll be doing tomorrow. And then Thursday we'll have the main sort of live show. Oh, also I've got the Chinese diesel heater. The next part is where I'm doing the modification of the air intake and some other modifications and show the speed difference and the the efficiency difference of the diesel heater. So I've got about 4 parts of video to do on the diesel heater I need to upload. One just needs a few bits of editing done, so I'm going to get that done this week as well. So we should have quite a lot coming, so I'm looking forward to it. But in the meantime, thank you for joining me for this live test, just to take Hugo out and see some of the places that we'll be able to go and be able to do live shows from location, in the woods, in the wildlife. He's kicking it up again, look. Dude, that was about 10 meter, that one. That might have been a world record. So I'll see you on Discord in a minute, and get yourself over there. We'll do a VIP, or should we do a public one? We'll do a public voice chat, yeah, on Sigma Prepper Discord, and then we'll do so that anyone can join in over on Discord, and then we'll do a VIP after party for the Patreon members. If you'd like to support Sigma Prepper, you can go to patreon.com/Sigma Prepper. Links are in the description. But in the meantime, we'll jump on Discord and hit your like button on the way out, as Christina G said. And yeah, and I'll see you on Discord, and then on voice in the next couple of minutes I'll be on there. So thank you very much, everybody. I really appreciate you spending this time with me and being with me while we test our walk in the nature. And yes, looking forward to catching up with you all again a little bit more later this week. Thank you so much, Sally. Thank you to everyone that's been with us tonight. And I shall see your fine selves over on the other side. The link is in the description, Jane, of this video. You'll see it where you can follow me on the following in the description of this video, and you'll see a link to Discord. You can just go there via a browser, it's fine. We'll voice chat on there and talk about other stuff. So get yourself over there, it's great. It's a great family of people. We will help each other with our preparedness needs and survival gear, tips and tricks and stuff like that, right? So check it out over there, and I'll see you over there shortly. Thank you so much, everyone. Love to each and every one of you, and don't forget to make sure you're subscribed and hit the bell notifications so that on the next live stream you'll be notified straight away. So thank you very much, everyone. Love to you all, and I'll see you on the other side. Love, peace and progress to the pack.